Trainer Emily here. Welcome to Training Tip Tuesday. This week we continue our series on teaching new tricks for old dogs. Today with me is Kona. She is actually my old dog. She's 14 years old now. One of the things that we've noticed as she gets older, which is really common for a lot of dogs, is some of their senses don't work as well as they used to. Her sense of sight isn't as good as it used to be, and her sense of hearing has gone down an awful lot. Thinking about your dog's ability to get about the home, try and look at, is there ways that I can help my dog live out the rest of their days in my home by letting them utilize their other senses. So for instance, with sight, one of the things that we look at for dogs who are losing their sense of sight are ways that we can appeal to their sense of touch or smell to help them orient their world. One of the things I recommend is having most of the dog's stuff in a central location, so it's not as hard for the dog to find. Also, avoid moving around your furniture. When dogs can predict where furniture is likely to be, they're less likely to run into it. Protecting sharp corners is another important one. Another thing to consider is ways to appeal to a sense of smell. If your dog is having trouble getting around the home and you have a larger home, you might want to consider ways to make different rooms smell different. So things like diffusers or scented candles in different rooms in the home. Generally the bathroom and the kitchen smell different no matter what, and they're usually tiled, so it's easier for the dogs to find those, but maybe your bedroom or the living room or the office or whatever it is that your dog likes to hang out in. It'll be easier for them to find if they have scent to follow. Also, if you have a lot of doorways and different places in your home, different rooms, another thing you can work with is changing the surface so it feels different under the dog's feet, like putting rugs, welcome mats, and different surface things at doorways. That'll help the dog find where the doorway is and recognize which room they're entering or exiting. And lastly, try not to startle your dog. You don't necessarily have to stomp when you come into a room where your dog is sleeping, but it's always a good idea to try and let the dog know of your presence. If they do have any hearing left, but they're losing their sight, you might want to talk to them and let them know, hey, I'm coming. I'm approaching you. You're a good dog. With that, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.